guys, welcome back to another vlog. Your girl is doing a solo trip in Niagara Falls. I have finally arrived. If it's super dark and you can't see me, it's because I'm underneath a tunnel. But I hope you guys get inspired and take on the solo travel journey. Bye. All right, yeah, so your girl is finally boarding the bus after being late to catch the direct train to Niagara Falls. To be quite honest, the night before I was not prepared. I watched a movie late in the night knowing that I'm supposed to basically go on a solo trip. I didn't charge none of my equipment, so I basically ended up having to like stay behind and charge my phone and my equipment, even though I woke up a bit late. I could have still made the direct train scheduled, but in the end, I didn't. So this is basically me boarding um, the bus. It's pretty chill. It was extremely cold. I get it. It's summer, it's hot, but it was freezing in that bus and it was super packed. But in the end, it was worth it because I only paid $10 to be quite honest for 24 hours. So it was cool. All right, guys, so let me be honest with you. As much as soul traveling is extremely fun, sometimes everything that you basically plan is not going to go as planned, to be quite honest. And it's a matter of like adjusting in the moment. Thankfully, I had Wi Fi, but I arrived at the Niagara Falls GO station. Google is telling me to take 302. I'm looking around, I'm not even sure where to even go. The bus stop that I'm standing at, there's no buses coming. It's been an hour. I'm just like, okay, I don't know what's really happening, to be quite honest. Thankfully, I had to ask the local because at this point I wasted 1 hour and I don't know which bus to take because the bus that I'm looking for is non existent. All the buses that I can see is 602, 603, and then 104. And honestly, I was just like, let me not give up. Let me ask the local. And they were able to basically tell me, hey, that bus actually does not exist. You have to take this bus to get to where you want to go. Okay, so the first thing that I basically had to do was I wanted to get to the US side of Niagara Falls. Mind you, guys, it was breathtaking. It was a beautiful experience, but never, never, never make the same mistake as I did. I was able to get to the US side for $1. I didn't end up paying because there was a police parade going on. So I'm guessing they wanted people to kind of like attend the parade. So they made it extremely free for residents to basically visit and watch the parade, which was a plus because your guard did not have to pay. But don't ever make the same mistake as I did. Always pack the required documents that you need before your travel because your guard did not do that. I repeat, I did not do that. I literally got my IDs and that was it. As soon as I was like halfway before I could get to Niagara Falls, that's when my body shook. I had a shock moment, and people were looking at me like, "Is this girl crazy?" That's when I forgot that I left my passport at home, and I'm just like, "Oh my goodness, this is going to mess up my trip." But I don't care. I'm going to honestly test to see if they're gonna allow me. So I went. This is basically me going to cross the border by foot, and honestly, the officer that I encountered was not as friendly, but it's okay. I didn't care that he was not friendly. I was just so happy that he allowed me to go in because I had my ID, but I didn't have the passport because it's just like, how can you enter with no passport? Like, are you good? He was just so rude, but it's good. I'm grateful because apparently um he wasn't supposed to let me in, but he it was supposed to let me in. I'm not going to lie because before going to the place, I had to check to see if it's possible for me to basically enter the US with an ID, and it said an ID is possible. It just depends on the officer. So going was not the hustle. Coming back into my own country called Canada was the problem. These people are saying that how can you travel with no passport? This ID, mind you, it's an Ontario ID. It literally says my address. You can literally Google if I'm a resident or not. But she chose to be, and she's like, this is not acceptable. She wrote me a note. She's like, go to immigration. They're gonna interview you to prove whether or not you're a citizen or not. How can a US custom person allow me to go into their country with an Ontario ID that literally is equivalent to a driver's license? How can they allow me to enter their country? And they Googled my name and they found that my citizenship. How can they allow me, but my own country will not allow me to enter back? Rather, I have to go through immigration to go do um, interview. Like, can you imagine? Anyways, that did not stop the grind. I kept
She's gonna.
A lot of things.